Japan, or in its own language, Nihon, the land of the rising sun. Is there any other country in the world that can be home to some of the most crowded cities on the planet and still feel this calm, this orderly, and this safe at the same time? Japan tends to catch almost everyone at the same point on their first visit: order, discipline, and awareness. But the real difference is not simply the existence of rules. It is the fact that these rules are deeply internalized by society. Japan is an island nation, and having remained relatively isolated from the outside world for centuries allowed it to preserve its culture, values, and way of life in a very strong way. When you visit Japan today, you can see traces of this everywhere. Most people associate Japan with Tokyo. And yes, Tokyo truly is a world of its own. With a population of around 37 million, it is one of the largest metropolitan areas in the world. What's remarkable, however, is that even with this level of density, the feeling of chaos is almost non-existent. Tokyo especially appeals to people who love city life but dislike disorder, and to those who enjoy traveling alone. One of the city's most famous spots, Shibuya, is home to the busiest pedestrian crossing in the world. Every green light, thousands of people cross at the same time. And yet, no one bumps into each other. That single moment explains Japan better than many words ever could. Tokyo's neighborhoods each have completely different characters. Shinjuku represents Japan's modern face, with its skyscrapers, neon lights, and nightlife. It is also home to one of the busiest train stations in the world. Millions of people use it every single day, and still, the system runs flawlessly. Akihabara is the center of technology, anime, and gaming culture. With its electronics stores, figure shops, themed cafes, and arcades, it especially attracts younger travelers. Here, anime and pop culture are not just entertainment. They are part of everyday life. And this is one of the elements that truly sets Japan apart on a global level. Asakusa, on the other hand, feels like a doorway into Japan's past. Sensoji Temple, incense smoke, traditional shops, and street food fill the area. Seeing people wearing kimono here feels completely natural. Within modern Tokyo, you suddenly find yourself surrounded by an atmosphere from centuries ago. After Tokyo comes Kyoto, often considered the cultural heart of Japan. It is the country's former capital, and that heritage is still very much alive. Temples, Zen gardens, wooden houses, and narrow streets make Kyoto a calmer, more reflective city. Fushimi Inari Shrine, with its thousands of red torii gates, offers one of Japan's most iconic views. Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion, is mesmerizing with its reflection on the water. Kyoto particularly appeals to culture and history enthusiasts, photographers, and those who want to understand the soul of a country. What makes moving between Tokyo and Kyoto so effortless is Japan's transportation system. Train and metro networks are extremely advanced. High-speed trains, known as Shinkansen, are famous worldwide for their punctuality. Even a delay of a few minutes is considered unusual. This makes traveling between cities fast, clean, and comfortable. Osaka represents Japan's more relaxed and friendly side. Compared to Tokyo, people tend to be more outgoing. But what truly defines Osaka is its food culture. There is a saying in Japan, Osaka is the nation's kitchen, and it's not said without reason. Takoyaki, octopus balls, okonomiyaki, a Japanese-style savory pancake, and small restaurants hidden in side streets turn Osaka into a true food paradise. But Japanese cuisine goes far beyond these dishes. Ramen is almost a way of life in Japan. Each region has its own style of ramen. Tonkatsu, miso, and shoyu-based ramen are among the most well-known varieties. Sushi in Japan does not have to be expensive. Even affordable sushi bars offer extremely high-quality ingredients. Tempura is known for lightly fried vegetables and seafood. Bento boxes are an essential part of daily life. Even ready-made meals from convenience stores are surprisingly fresh and well-prepared. Japan is a country that lives by the seasons. In spring, when sakura, cherry blossoms bloom, the country almost comes to a pause. Parks, riversides, and temple gardens fill with people. This period is especially ideal for romantic trips and photographers. In autumn, maple leaves turn deep shades of red. This season is perfect for those who want to see a calmer side of Japan. In winter, Hokkaido stands out with its snow festivals and white landscapes. When it comes to nature, Japan surprises many visitors. Large parts of the country are mountainous and forested. Mount Fuji is one of Japan's strongest symbols. It is admired more for its presence and scenery than for climbing itself. Onsen, natural hot spring baths, are an important part of Japanese culture. This experience is especially rewarding for those tired of fast-paced city life. In Japanese society, hard work is not only about earning money. Doing a job properly is seen as a personal responsibility. That's why service quality, punctuality, and attention to detail are so consistently high. The historical background of this mindset is closely connected to samurai culture. In the past, samurai were a military class responsible for protecting lands and their leaders. Over time, this structure came to represent discipline, responsibility, and loyalty to one's word. The sense of order seen in Japanese society today partly traces back to this legacy. What truly makes Japan different is how all these large systems reflect in everyday life. Queue culture is one of the clearest examples. At bus stops, in shops, on subway platforms, people naturally form lines. No one is told to do so. No one rushes. This behavior explains why even crowded cities rarely feel chaotic. Silence on public transportation is another noticeable detail. Speaking loudly on the phone is generally discouraged. Public transport is seen as a shared space where respect for others' boundaries matters. Another surprising detail is the lack of trash bins. In Japan, finding a public trash can be difficult. Yet the streets are remarkably clean, because cleanliness is seen less as infrastructure and more as individual responsibility. People carry their trash with them and dispose of it properly later. Another everyday element is vending machine culture. You can find vending machines on almost every corner. Drinks, coffee, hot soups, and snacks are available day and night. These small details show how practical and well-organized daily life in Japan really is. Safety is one of Japan's strongest qualities. This makes it especially suitable for solo travelers and female travelers. The chances of lost items being returned are surprisingly high. Language can feel intimidating at first. Yes, English is not widely spoken. But clear signage, visual guidance, and people's willingness to help make things much easier. Accommodation options are also very diverse. Modern hotels, capsule hotels, and traditional ryokan are all available. Ryokan, in particular, offer a more immersive cultural experience. For all these reasons, Japan is extremely appealing to travelers. It is safe, organized, and culturally distinct. Very few countries manage to blend tradition and modern life this seamlessly. So, who is Japan ideal for? Those looking for a safe and orderly country, those who enjoy traveling alone, people who want culture, food, and city life together, and anyone who truly wants to understand a different society. Japan is not a country to be consumed quickly. It takes time, and most people leave with the same thought. One day, I have to come back. Before we leave you with visuals from Japan, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. A channel not just meant to entertain, but to inspire you to take action. Don't forget to like the video and write in the comments which country you'd like to see next. Look and book. Discover the world.